It's by far the best song on the album, and it's not even remotely close.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
this song has all of the future Band Maid stuff. It has like the vocal harmonies. It
Hmm.
has the great main riff. It's got the super catchy chorus. This is the Band Maid sound, I think. Yeah, like come on, it's not even close. It's not even the same band.
Music and Words Unite is only possible because of viewers and supporters like you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Mark cry. Hello and welcome to another episode of Music and Words Unite. I am your co-host Troy, and with me I have my friend and co-host Mark. How you doing, Mark?
Yo, 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 yo.
All right. And today we are going to be doing a track-by-track album review of the debut album from Band Maid. So, Mark, I'm excited for this one because, Band Maid was one of the first communities for our channel that really supported the channel and, gave the channel a lot of initial subscribers. So, I'm excited to do any Band Maid album for that matter. And mainly because not only for the community, but because the albums we've listened to, we've liked, and it's in particular the first album we heard, right, Unseen World. I mean, I thought that was a really good album, and I'm pretty sure you did too. And I would say, I don't know, Mark, before we start this episode, what's your second favorite one you've heard?
Hmm. I don't know, man. Maybe Conquer, honestly.
Okay, I think mine might be,
Oh, just bring it,
I
maybe.
think mine might be Just Bring. I think those are my top two. When we listen to them all, we should do a ranking episode or just talk about our favorites in what order. But yeah. So I'm curious. I was curious to hear what do they sound like when they first started, and in particular because this came out. I think I have some notes here. January 8th, 2014. And it was an indie release on a label called Gump Records, apparently.
Gump.
Yeah, and initially the initial pressings didn't. They sold out quickly, probably because they didn't print a lot, but because it says it didn't chart here in the notes. And I think they re-released it in 2018 with some extra tracks. So I think one of the things that's unique about this compared to the later Band Maid albums is that they didn't write these songs.
Yeah.
They had a songwriter, or there's a couple actually on this. And it does sound different for sure than the later music. So curious, Mark, Mark and I, we don't typically talk about these episodes before we do them. So I really have no idea what he thought about this. I do have notes though. I've listened to this album multiple times. I know Mark takes notes. So I think, Mark, if you're ready, why don't we get right to it?
Okay, sir, go ahead.
All right, the first track is called Be Okay, and we are going to play a clip from that right now. That was a clip from Be Okay. you wanna kick it off?
Yeah, that's fine. I can.
All right. What did you think of this track?
It's a solid opener. I don't think it's really on the strength of like some of the other album openers, like "Don't You Tell Me" or like "Warning," just to say a few.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I will say though, this is probably like one of the like top tracks for me on the album, just because it's like it really reminds me of like that early 2000s like pop punk esque like alt rock type stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, I have to say that I think Paramore was probably a big inspiration for this album.
Okay.
Um, are you familiar with Paramore and like Haley Williams?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I've listened to the albums, but I've heard the radio songs, you know.
Oh, she's just like she's just like a really influential like person, especially when it comes to like girls and music.
Okay.
Um, I hear Paramore, I hear Avril Lavigne too. I don't know if you heard that too.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna preface this by saying that I think this album was kind of similar to, for any of you that watch our ABBA album on Ring Ring, it's kind of like this sounds like, even though they didn't write the songs, it
Mm-hmm.
kind of sounds like they're trying to find their sound on this album.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they don't have quite their, Band Maid like metal, like really rockin' sound yet.
Right.
This is more of like a alt rock, like I said, like pop punky album.
Mm-hmm.
This song especially with like that guitar, like the it's just like super pop punky, and it's just like my 13-year-old self like flashed before my eyes. And yeah, it's good. It's a good
Yeah.
it's a good opener. It's catchy, it's fun, it's quick. I don't really have much more to say about it other than that, but what did you think, Troy?
I think for me, I'm gonna go for my notes here, Mark. I thought I really liked the bass work in the verse and the pre-chorus. No surprise there.
Hmm.
Although I would say this, compared to all the other Band Maid albums, this is the least Misa
Hmm.
present I've heard. The bass work in
Yeah.
this album is much more straightforward than a lot of the later albums. But this one, the bass work stood out to me, especially in the verse and the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is really long, which I thought was interesting. I thought I
It
almost
is.
counted at like 20 bars or something like that. It was quite a bit, quite long, which I thought was unique for more of a pop style song. It's super poppy though in the chorus, like in that pop punk style.
Yeah.
Some of the guitar riffs and bass work remind me a little bit of like a lighter version of Green Day too, like the early Green
Yeah.
Day.
I could see it. Yeah.
One thing about Green Day, I don't know, especially I'm not as familiar with the later Green Day music, but the early Green Day music, I remember the bass work. The bass player's name is Mike Dirnt,
Hmm.
and he has some really great bass lines on all that stuff. And I can hear some of the pop punk stuff, even on Just Bring It, some of the more pop punky songs. There was great bass work there, so no surprise there. Let's see what else I got. I love the background vocals and the melody. I think Miku's doing the background vocals there on this one. I thought that
Yeah.
was really good. Overall, the song is cool. It doesn't, as you said, it compared to those other opening tracks, it's not as strong. I don't believe,
Hmm.
but it is a nice opening track. And if you compare it to the rest of the songs on this album, it is an appropriate opening song for this album. It's high energy, upbeat, very positive message, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And I think it's a cool, fun, positive song, poppy, catchy, nice, catchy chorus. But overall, for me, it's not my favorite song on the album. I don't even think it's in the top 3 for me, but it's a pretty cool opening song. So
Okay.
that's my review.
Cool.
What do you think out there? What do you think if you're watching? How does this rank in your list of this album? I'm curious. Leave it in the YouTube comment if you want to. The next song is Evergreen. I'm going to play a clip from that.
365日前と同じ風の香りがして君をふと
I think I'm going first on this one, so that's a clip. But I'm going to play another clip, actually, I think from the solo, maybe I had in my notes. But a couple things about this song and album that was surprising to me is one, the structure of the choruses. Like this song has a pre-chorus, a chorus, and a post-chorus in it. It's a lot of choruses going on. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just super poppy. I don't mind
Mm.
that because I do like a lot of well-written pop music, so it's not a problem for me. And in fact, one of the notes I had was I really liked the post-chorus in the song, which we just heard. Um, the other note I had, though, was about the lead guitar playing. And I want to skip to see if I can find the solo real quick. Yeah, that's it. So my note was, if you compare the lead guitar playing on this song and a lot of the songs on this album to like the later stuff we heard, even the Just Bring It stuff, it's
Hmm.
like night and day.
Yeah.
Like the guitar playing on this is so, I would say, just say simplistic, to be honest with you. And compared to what we're used to from Konami, it is like, I don't know if she was just, it's either maybe she was intentionally holding back and just playing super simple in this to match the style, or maybe she just progressed that much in her career, or maybe it's a combination of both. I don't know, but in her playing. But I found the guitar playing, while melodic, was very surprisingly simple for me. There is a solo though that I did really enjoy on this one, on this album. I'll get to that in another song. But for me, Mark, I thought this was, I really liked the chorus in the song. Super catchy, it's really well written chorus. The chord progression from the pre chorus to the chorus and then into the post chorus, that whole chord progression's really well written. And the chorus melodies are super nice. There's one other thing I wanted to point out, and then I'll hand it off to you. The bridge is almost literally Today by the Smashing Pumpkins. I don't know if you caught that, but if you go back and listen to the bridge, I'm going to play it real quick. And listen to the underneath, the little clean guitar. You'll see what I mean. I don't know if you hear it, but listen to the it's pretty much the same thing. So that's one thing that I caught. I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. There's some 90s rock influence there too, and not just the 2000 stuff. So yeah, for me, I enjoyed this one more than the first one for me. What did you think of this one?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I like this song too. So like apparently I was reading about this album and like before they became a band, they had a lot of like different like each member had a lot of different like influence.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the ones that they all really agreed on that they liked was this Japanese band called Scandal,
Okay.
um, which is from like the mid 2000s. And they I'm not gonna say they started it, but they kind of like they did like the whole like matching, outfits or like some kind of like aesthetic to the band. Like I think they wore like schoolgirl uniforms at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think that was an influence. They were also like kind of like pop punky too. Like they had like a bunch of different sounds that I didn't listen to anything, but I read like about
Mm-hmm.
them. And they also made songs that were openings in anime. So I don't know, there's like some kind of parallel here, but I definitely could see the pop punk influence there. I mean, this is another like, like borderline like Paramore Avril Lavigne song like that. The main riff is just like do 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 do. It's just like so,
Yeah.
so pop punky in its sound. Um and it's funny like you said like this album and like even like I mean when did World Domination come out? What was it? 2018? Like 4
Mm-hmm.
years after this?
Mm-hmm.
It's like night and day. It's completely different. Like
Yeah, it sounds
they
like a
don't sound
different band.
anything they
Yeah.
don't sound anything alike, not even
Yeah.
close. Um and like reiterating what you said on like the last track is like I feel like Misa on this album is really down in like the really down in the sound mixing because
Yeah.
it's you can't really hear her that well honestly. And I also think on this album that Psyche's vocals are really subdued. I don't know if she like didn't find her like range or what she wanted to do. Um, but she kind of sounds like she's just like trying to like really sound like find where she wants to go with her vocals.
Yeah.
Um, when you get to like world domination and like conquer and stuff, she's like sounds very more like much a lot more confident. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
that
I can
being
hear
said,
that.
though, I do like this song a lot.
Hmm.
This is one of my more ones I like really enjoyed more on like second and third listen.
Okay.
Um, I think this is a good track. I also like this more than the first song. But yeah, it's a good song. It's this calling this album not good is kind of unfair because it's like there's a lot of factors that went into this album that were like kind of beyond their control.
Hmm.
Like it wasn't written by them. It's like a mini album, so it's only 30 minutes long.
Right.
Um, and they didn't really. This is like they only formed like a year before. I think this. I right?
Oh, I'm
I don't
not
know what
sure.
year they formed.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2013.
Okay.
So they probably weren't even like super familiar playing with each other yet, because this was recorded in 2013. So,
Okay.
um, but I think even like all things considered, I think this is still a solid solid listen, at least worth listening to so far.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this track's good. I like this. So
Okay. Cool. It was written by Kentaro Akatsu, and I think it was the music was written by Kentaro, and the lyrics. Oh wait, I
Aku-
think Fukuyi.
Fukui.
Fukui. There we go. It says in the notes here. It says notably both lyrics and music were written by Fukui, the band's producer, co-songwriter, rather than just by. Oh, okay. So this is a Fukui song. I see. So I was wrong about that.
All of the lyrics are
Yeah.
written by Akutsu except one song.
Okay.
Oh, he co-wrote one song.
Okay. So, and I don't know how much involvement the ladies had. I have no idea because it does have their name on part of the arrangement, but I don't know what that
Yeah.
means really in reality. It doesn't really matter all that much. It's hard. It's impossible to know. Yeah. So for me, it's a cool song.
Hmm.
I liked it more than the first one for sure. The third song is Key. I'm gonna play a clip from that.
Hmm.
All right. Well, that was a clip from Key. What do you think about this one, Mark?
Oh yeah, it's me first.
Yeah.
This one's good. The guitar tone on this song is very 90s sounding. I don't know if you agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, like it's clear that they have some kind of influence by like 90s rock. I don't really know what specific bands. I think one of them said Smashing Pumpkins is their favorite band, right? Was it
Misa.
was Misa? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, um yeah, I can definitely hear that in this song. Um this song to counteract what I just said in the last song, this song kind of has a sound more similar to their later stuff. Although not
Mm,
as metal sounding, I think.
right.
But this song's good. The chorus is really catchy.
Hmm.
Um, it's got a nice main riff, I think. Yeah, this is another one that really stood out to me, I think, for on this album. I know there's only 8 songs, but uh, yeah, I don't really know. There's not really much more for me to say on this one. I like it. I think it's a pretty straightforward rock song. I don't think there was anything like that really jumped out at me on this song. I wasn't like blown away by like the the solo or anything really, the bridge or whatever. I will say though that the Psyche's vocals on this album are on this song are really good.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
yeah. What did you think about this song?
A couple things I had about this one. Lyrically, it's interesting. I think it's talking maybe about imperfection and hardship is actually like the key to living life fully. I think that's what the song is talking about. Like, you know, not giving up is the key. You know, maybe a lot of the
Yeah.
songs I found on this album are similar. At least a few of them, the first few, seem to be similar in the sense of like positive message about perseverance and those
Yeah,
types of
yeah.
things. Musically, one of the things that stood out to me was the bridge is chromatic. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that in a second. Here it is. So, for those who don't know, I didn't play this. I'm just listening to it by ear, but it sounds chromatic to me, and that just means that you just move up or down a half a step each note, like, and so it's not really in any key per se. It's just you just move up you just move up a fretboard, for example, half a step, or a piano, and so chromatic movement there in the bridge is pretty rare to hear in like a more of a poppy style song. You might hear some of that stuff in like prog stuff, but yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. If I'm wrong about that, of course, you can let me know in the comments. But it sounds that way to me. Let's see what else I have. The main riff, as you pointed out, kind of sounds like a grunge riff. Definitely early '90s riff. What stood out to me was something like a Veruca Salt or Veruca Salt, Hole, a little bit like that, grungy and a little poppy too with it. So yeah, I thought, Mark, this song is cool, and what stood out to me is the bridge. So so far though, my favorite was Evergreen out of these three. But yeah, it's a nice little song. The next one is By My Tears. A clip from By My Tears, and I have in my notes to play the guitar solo, so let's hear that real quick. Here we go. Interesting phrasing there. To me, this reminds me of a 90s style guitar solo, but like one that if you heard in the 90s on the radio, you'd be like, oh, wow, it's a really cool solo, because it's a little different. But it is still in that 90s vein. In fact, a lot of this song is, in my opinion. And even 80s too. So my notes on this one were it has the bump 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 and this clean guitar underneath, with this kind of minor key clean guitar underneath and the vocals, and it reminded me a little bit of like I don't know if this is gonna make sense what I'm saying, but some of the Def Leppard what's that song? Is it Photograph? That has like the clean guitar. No, I just gotta hear the chorus.
Oh yeah, it's so good, man.
There's the clean guitar. Maybe I had this in my head. Oh yeah. I bought that vinyl, by the way. This vinyl.
Pyromania?
Yeah, I have never heard the album. There's another song, Witch Image by Ghost, which also has the same clean guitar minor key verse. So when I heard this, I was like, oh, yeah, this is really good. So that's the first thing that jumped out of me, because it had that 80s feel. And then it mixes like the kind of the grunge and the alt rock stuff, and then the pop kind of mixed in. So for me, this is one of my favorite songs on the record. Top two. We haven't gotten to my other favorite yet, but yeah, this is top two for me. What did you think about this one?
Yeah, I like this song a lot too.
Yeah.
The end of the guitar solo reminds me of the guitar tone. Are you familiar with like Screaming Trees, the 90s band?
Yeah, not too familiar, but a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, so their only hit was a song called Nearly Lost You.
Okay.
And it has like a very like distinct like guitar tone in it. It's like it's kind of, I don't know really how to describe it, but the solo on this song kind of reminds me of it, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there's like a lot of throwbacks to like 90s like alt and like rock on this album, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing
I don't
that,
know
yeah.
if I don't know if they like listened to a bunch of stuff and then we're like, yeah, this is what we want to make, or if it's like coincidental or but yeah, this song is very good. The English, so to speak, title
Mm-hmm.
always cracks me up. Um
All right.
just because like if you've looked at Japanese before, like there's no way to equally translate it, so it's just like you got to do the best you can.
Gotcha.
But yeah, this song is really good. Lyrically, I did have some notes about the lyrics.
Okay.
There was one line, it was, even if you come crying to me, I won't turn back. I'm setting off on a journey to find tomorrow's me. So yeah, to go back to what you said before, this album is definitely like about like perseverance, like
Mm-hmm.
um I don't know if this is like a breakup song, I guess. You could really kind of take whatever you can with that. But as somebody who doesn't really like pay attention to lyrics as much as the music, the song was still really good and really catchy and um yeah, just this is definitely I don't know if this is my favorite, but it's up there. It's top
Okay.
three.
All right.
So,
All right. Yeah, for me, it's a top two. So why
okay.
don't we move on to Knocking on Your Heart? That was a clip from Knockin' on Your Heart. I think it's on you, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I hate to keep harping on this, but um this is another song that really sounds like a like late 90s, early 2000s like pop punk song. And
Yeah.
that's not a negative thing, really.
It's just an observation, really. Yeah.
It
It's,
is. I mean,
yeah.
it's just like it sounds like a perfect fusion of like early 2000s like Avril Lavigne
Mm-hmm.
and like, you know, J-pop slash J-rock from like the 2000s, 2010s.
Mm.
It's just um it's great. Like if I heard this like if I heard this in like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I wouldn't think anything of it. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, this is, you know, this is good." But it's just
Right.
like, you know, it's just it's great. I this song is really upbeat and fun and um I like Psyche's vocals a lot on this song. I know I say that all the time, but um the only thing is like Misa's bass, man. I just can't like really hear it.
I don't know.
It's just
Yeah. It's very it's a little bit lower in the mix than we're used to, I think, but also the playing is much more subdued, much more straight ahead than the later stuff, I would say. So that probably another
right,
reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um the guitars are good.
Hmm.
Does Miku sings? Does he sing backup on every song on this album? I couldn't really see,
I
but
think so. I think she does. Yeah.
okay. Because she's got little moments in this song that are really good too. Yeah, this is like another good song. I don't know if this is, you know, top three for me, but I do really like it. Yeah, what did you think about this song, Troy?
This is a cool song. It's a fun, like pop song, pop punk song, like you said. Um, to me, one of the things that was interesting, I really like the pre-chorus and the chorus. The chorus is super catchy, but the
Hmm.
pre-chorus is, you know, is really good. The that stood out to me. Also, the bridge. Talking about '90s, I'm going to play the bridge real quick, and I'll tell you what I thought. You know, it was reminiscent of, and I said, oh, okay. To me, there's a lot of nostalgia on this album.
Yeah.
And in the later Band Maid stuff, yeah, like even when we did Unseen World, you know, it was our first time, so obviously we're referencing things we know because we were new to Band Maid. But I can tell you, after doing Unseen World, when we started listening to the other Band Maid albums, I said, "Oh, this is the Band Maid sound." Yeah, they have influence by other people, like anybody, but they have their own sound. You know, when I hear that, I go, "Oh,
Hmm.
that's Band Maid." You know, and
Yeah.
I don't feel like that on this album. So to me, this is like heavily influenced, nostalgic from a lot of other artists. What I'm hearing on this, nothing wrong with that, especially for your first EP, right? And you know they had some outside songwriters help them and stuff like that. I think it's a nice first entry into the career to build off of to become what they became, right? Which makes sense. But I do want to play this bridge.
Yeah, the tempo change is nice too.
It kind of reminds me of Spiderwebs by No Doubt. I don't know if you know that
Yeah,
song.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah. A good song, by the way.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that. So it has like a little nostalgic, you know, No Doubt. And that was mid 90s, and that was when I was a teenager. So nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. I'm not complaining, is what I'm saying. That's fine. So yeah, I thought it's a cool song. You know, it's a cool pop rock, pop punk song with a little
Sure.
bit of 90s influence in there. All right, the next one is Big Dad,
Incredible song
which
name.
is it's an amazing song name. So, and I hope one day to be a big dad myself. Not physically big, but emotionally big. Okay, all right. So, all right.
Dude, I love the English Japanese barrier, man.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good. Big Dad.
Yeah. All right. Let's hear what Big Dad sounds like. Let's see.
背中を向けたまま聞いてよ全部伝えたいから世界で一番大きなぬくもりに今手を振ってアルバムの中幼い笑顔
Mark, this is that was a clip from Big Dad. I think it's on me. It is. Yeah, so the lyrics to this song apparently are a tribute to her dad. And I'm not sure if it's Miku's dad. I'm not exactly sure what the lyrics to that. But it is a tribute to a dad who's like a heartfelt father figure. I'm seeing kind of here in the notes and in my lyrical analysis. So, which gives it like an intimate. It's kind of more of an intimate song compared to some of the other songs, right? And there's like talking about, there's a line that I think translates to, I had the courage to jump out into the world because I knew love, and talking about like her father's love, right? Of supporting her and challenging her and things like that. So, you know, I want to be a big dad one day. I want my daughter to write a song about me like this. So, yeah, I think musically, it's super 90s. Super 90s, early 2000s song again. It was a song that grew on me. Once I read the lyrics and I was like, oh, I do understand. And then it's more of like a pop punk ballad, I would say, in a way. That it grew on me, and it's a song I ended up liking. On first listen, it didn't hit me as much, but after a few more listens, I started to like it. So yeah, what did you think about this one?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you. I mean, I'm a certified ballad lover, so
Yeah.
So
You are. Yeah. It's your
I'm
favorite.
like, they call me Mr. Ballad. I don't know.
Yeah,
They call me Big Ballad Dad.
Yeah, Big Ballad 69. That's what they call you.
All right, that's enough, sir. Yeah. Other than like, Miku singing this song, I don't. This song's fine.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning sounds like Stacey's Mom by
Yes. Yeah, it
doesn't
does.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
Fountains of Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much to say about this song. It's fine. It's not really a song I don't think I'd ever revisit, like I don't, besides the name, obviously I love the name.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like a cool little like throwback to like their, like, I guess her dad, like, cool, thank you, whatever. Musically, it does really nothing for me. I'm just gonna be honest here.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm not saying it's bad by any means. It's just not something I would ever really put on. So,
I could say, yeah, I would say musically for me, Mark, it's probably one of my least favorite tracks as well.
like if I'm gonna listen to a Band Maid album, I'm gonna listen to, like Just Bring It or Conquer or something. But there were a couple tracks in here that I liked. So, this one's just, it's whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, at least we're honest here, right? On the if we try to be honest.
Yep. Big Ballad Lover 69 is honest with you.
Yeah. So yeah, I think for me, musically, one of my least favorites. Lyrically, though, maybe my favorite. So there's that. And Miku, I always like when she sings. She has a nice voice, pleasant voice. So no problem with that. All right, the next one I believe translates to Before Dawn. But yeah.
Aren't you gonna say the Japanese?
No, absolutely not. You want to give it a shot?
Yoake Mae.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know. Okay. All right. Well, let's hear a clip from that.
綺麗事ばかりは歌えない分かってる君が思ってるほどそんなに強くないからそれでもあの日見せてくれた笑顔に何かが崩れ落ちたんだ夜明け前の名前もないそれの色を焼き付けた君
was a clip from Before Dawn. What did you think of that one? This song.
The main riff reminds me of American Idiot by Green Day. I just want to get that out
Oh,
there.
big time. This is the most Green Day-ish song on the
Yeah,
record. Yeah, for
big
sure.
time.
Yeah.
It almost sounds
Yeah.
like.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just preface this by saying that song stinks. Okay, that's a big stinker. I'm a certified Green Day hater, so I don't.
Okay.
That shouldn't really count. But again, like this song, it's like just they heard like Paramore, and they're like, oh yeah, we got to like channel that in this song
Mhm.
because that's just what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Green Day, I'm hearing Paramore mixed with like earlier like J rock bands or J pop bands. Yeah, this song is it's fine. Like, I like it. I like the vocals. The music's good. It has a solid solo. I I don't know if I'd ever revisit this though. I
Mm.
and like that might just be me. I'm just being honest with you guys. Like I don't know. You know what? Um maybe three listens wasn't enough for this album. Maybe I got to give it more.
Okay.
But you know, okay. This song's it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. It's no song by Band Maid is bad. No, it's not bad. It's just
No.
I'm just like trying to convince myself that I like it more than I say that I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I what can I say really? I don't know. I like the theme of the album. That's one thing and
Okay.
um what did you think about this song?
Yeah, so I had nice chorus. Did really like the chorus in this one. Definitely said it has the Green Day vibes. That's what I didn't say the specific song. I said, for me, this is an example. The bridge is nice. This song is an example about how this album is missing, I put the sauce. It's missing the Band Maid sauce, the sauce that you use when you cook, right? That makes it taste like it's supposed to. This album is missing it. If you think about Just Bring It, which did have songs written by, I think, some of the people on this album, potentially, that wrote some of these songs. For some reason, even that album, because the other songs were written by Band Maid, that album, it had the sauce. It had the special secret sauce that makes Band Maid what they are, And this one is just lacking it. So the songs are not bad, but they're just kind of, in comparison to the other Band Maid albums, they're definitely weaker,
Yeah.
Significantly, I would say. So, for me, this is just it's an okay song. No, it's not bad. It's not great. For me, it's just, it's a nice song. That's about what I would say about it.
Yeah, it's just kind of there,
Yeah. I would say so far, Mark, By My Tears is the one that stuck out to be the most on the album.
Okay.
Until we got to the last song, which is Forward, which I'm going to play a clip from. All right.
答えはそばにあるよいつだって風を感じていたくてきっと焦がすあの未来へ息を馳せてゆくよ思いがけない夜が来ても胸を張っていくんだ涙流した過去
about half the song of Forward. So the big clip of that one. This is my favorite song on the album. Personally, I don't even think it's close, actually. That's my personal opinion. I think it's the most mature songwriting, has the best melodies, has great harmony between the lyrics and the music.
The vocal harmonies are really what does it for me.
Yeah, really well. The bass work is really good in there too. It's buried in the mix, but it is there. It's a great bass playing. This is what you could pluck this song off of there and put it maybe with some better production or better, probably better production on like Just Bring It or something. And to me, it would fit in with that more so than all the other songs on this album. This song, legitimately like this song. I thought it was a good song. And, and my only complaint, if there is a complaint about this song, is the guitar solo is way too short. Like, for example, it just gets going and then it ends. And I was like, I want to hear it. Because the song is kind of really epic. It has this epic, grandiose feel to it. And I'm like, oh, this epic guitar solo is coming. And then I'm going to play it for you. Okay, let me go find this. That's it?
Yeah, that's it, man. Nothing.
Where is it? Where's this? I'm expecting this incredible, like, grandiose guitar solo in this epic song, and I'm like, okay. That's my only complaint, because I legitimately think the song is really good, right? So I just wanted that little bit of the sauce in there to push it to the next level. For example, like on some of the later Band Maid songs, like Daydreaming, that has a great guitar solo that really takes that song even to the next level. Yeah. And I was hoping this would have that and then make it like an epic song. So I think this is just an example of them, as you said, finding their sound. But I think they have something special in this song, and I think it's a good song, by the way. I guess my complaint is that I wanted more of the good stuff, basically. But yeah, what did you think about this song, Mark?
I mean, I think you pretty much said anything that I could possibly say here. Like, it's by far the best song on the album, and it's not even remotely close.
Okay. Yeah.
This song has all of the future Band Maid stuff. It has like the vocal harmonies. It has the great main riff. It's got the super catchy chorus. It has the 3-second guitar solo.
Yeah.
This is the Band Maid sound, I think. Like, the rest of the album is just like kind of just like cookie cutter pop punk, And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that they didn't write anything. So it's like,
right.
Like, being a musician, at least like for me, from what I would think, is like when you're handed like, all right, this is what you're gonna play and this is what you're gonna sing. Like, it's weird, man. Like, you don't have any like artistic control over it, and it's like, you can't do your own thing here. But like, this one almost sounds like they just wrote it themselves and just kind of just didn't say anything, because this song sounds like it has the Band Maid sound, I think.
Yeah.
And I think this song is great, and it's by far my favorite on the album. It's no competition whatsoever.
Okay. So it says music was written by Akutsu, again on this one. Maybe what happened, I have no idea, I'm speculating here. Maybe what happened is they wrote this song and they were like, we want more of that, so maybe they're just like, this works. And so when they started writing their own music, they started incorporating some of this stuff in there, probably. I think great song. So overall, Mark, I'll give my quick review of it. A nice intro to the band for them, first EP, especially considering it's largely not written by them. It's them trying to find their sound, and maybe by the last song they started to find it. That's what I'm hearing. Now I haven't. We'll listen to the next album to see if they progress and there's more like this one on there. That'll be interesting to hear. But overall, I thought it was a fine debut EP, and with some surprising songs like Forward was a big surprise, and By My Tears has its own unique sound too. The other songs don't really sound like as much like that one. So those are the top two for me. Overall, what'd you think, Mark?
The album?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's worth listening to at least once to kind of just get a background. But
Hmm.
um, if you're in the mood for Band Maid and you want to listen to an album, I would say, we haven't listened to every album yet, but I mean, I would say that Unseen World or like Just Bring It or Conquer, I think you get more of your money's worth there.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
and that's because, like we've said, like they wrote all of that stuff. They wrote the music, they wrote the lyrics. This is just like, you know, this is almost like corporate. Like, somebody hands you a piece of paper and it's like, okay, you have to do this, this, and this.
Right,
It's
right,
like
right.
it's like that's not really what music's about. And it's just there's
Yeah.
no there's no real heart or like love, I feel like, as
Mm.
much on this. They put passion into it, I can tell, but
Hmm.
not as much as their later stuff, just because
Oh
that's
yeah.
their own that's their own artistic identity. And, you know, um I don't get that here. I don't get the heart and the love here as much. So, um, while it's a solid release, I don't recommend it if you're gonna listen to a bandmate album, personally.
Okay. Yeah. I
Um,
think this is one of the albums where if you're a Bandmaid fan, you go and listen to it and appreciate it, you know? And I
yeah,
think if we would have heard this album as our first Bandmaid album, we probably wouldn't like been as much into the band as we are now, right? Because the first album we heard
yeah,
was Unseen World. I mean,
exactly.
listen to this. Let's compare what we just
This
heard.
is the Tawari called black hole, you know?
Yeah, like come on, it's not even funny. It's not even the same band.
Let's get further.
It's one of my favorites. My overall favorite.
Yeah, this song, I mean,
So good.
this one, man, this was just kick-ass too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, it's just they're uncomparable.
Yeah, this song kicks ass. I'm
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Forward is the best song on this album, and I don't think it's even close to any of the songs on World Domination.
Sure. Okay.
Like I
Gotcha.
would take any song off of World Domination, like over Forward. Like,
Okay.
and
Sure. Sure.
Forward's the best song on this album. So it's like,
Okay. Yeah.
it's just.
All right. All right.
But
Well,
I just want to say the one comparison I make is like the equivalent of like, if anybody watching this is a Pantera fan, it's like going back to their glam days and listening to those albums. I would
mhm,
never recommend one of those over their like groove metal albums, but you kind of go back and just listen to it as a fan,
sure.
and you're like, okay, and like, and then you're just like, all right, I never have to listen to this again. So,
All
so
right.
yeah,
Well, that was our review. If you like this episode, give us a like. We'd love that. Let us know what you think in the comments. What do you think? How do you think this album stacks up to the later stuff? Do you have any favorite songs on there? Do you think we're crazy? That's okay. We also have a free community Discord. It's totally free. The link for that will be in the pinned comment. And you come in there. We have a Band Maid channel in that Discord. You could talk about Band Maid, but we have many, many other channels for genres, decades, all kinds of stuff. It's a big music club and it's all free and you can join. We'd love to see you there. So there's that. Also, about 5% of our viewers are subscribed. So giving us a subscription would help out the channel greatly. Plus, maybe there's other content on the channel you might be interested in. And there is, of course, more Bandmaid content coming in the future. In fact, we will review every single Bandmaid album. We already committed to that. And we are going to do it. And there's a new EP coming out this month called Scoop, actually. So that's probably one we can do pretty soon, I'm thinking, Mark, because it's a brand new EP. Might as well do it when it comes out, right? Brand new. So, and it has the new band, the new Bandmaid sound. So looking forward to that. All right. Well, until next time.
peace, y'all.
See you later.